Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life. And what if you could create your own universe, your life, live your life in an alternate reality, in a different timeline? What if you could do something like start out at the beginning of time on Earth when humans were first, at whatever point we became human, some point between being caveman and being a regular human being. And what if we could start in a game at that point and start building together? We each play one of those characters that's just beyond being a caveman, and that we forage in the forest for we make our own weapons, we gather food, we hunt animals, we have all the risks. Let's see, maybe woolly mammoths coming after us or whatever, saber-toothed tigers. What if this game would even, as we were progressing through time and living together and building our society together, even had ice ages and stuff like that. What if this game could be played on like the PC, the Xbox, on your tablet, on your phone? And what if this game could go through evolution, through, take society through all kinds of things, such as, some of the first, great empires in the world and everything. What if we could live in this alternate reality and go all the way up through, say, space age? And once you hit space age and you've got space exploration all researched and locked down and everything, we colonize new planets. There's a link in the description for this exact game that I'm describing. And go ahead and go click on it now and sign up with your email. I don't know how long this lasts in this initial sign-up period. So go in, sign up, and then just to be on a list of being alerted when they do their Kickstarter campaign, and maybe some more information about it, I'm not sure. There's a video on that page as well, and you can watch that video, come back to this, whatever. It looks very, very interesting. It's a very, very big scope of a game, and what a huge endeavor to go through all of these different timelines in our history and everything, and how we would end up creating our own stuff. I don't know how that'll work. Like, how would we first discover metal making? How would we, first create fire? How would we, first create farming? Think of all these things that humankind has done all along and what it was like before that. And, will we have medieval times where there are kings and they are ruling different places and will you be someone in power, or will you be a serf? Will you be a peasant? Will you be a slave? I mean, honestly, all that stuff took place. So it's very, very interesting to think of everything that could happen in a game like this. And now, I think of things like, okay, so, let's take slavery, for instance. What if a bunch of us were made into slaves? See, we can talk outside of the game. And this is something that slaves originally couldn't do in reality when they were slaves, is that they could only talk to their immediate people, and only have power with their immediate people. And it was all a power struggle as to what kept them into slavery, and where do they go if they break free and everything. But in our current day, we have this communication method called the internet. And so, we'd be able to work together if a bunch of us were made slaves to rise up above that, do a revolt, and maybe abolish slavery on an earlier timeline than when it was done in modern history. And So there's just so many infinite things. And, and I've been watching this program lately that's just come onto Netflix called Terra Nova. And Terra Nova really is, it's a blank slate of a new planet. And they get there through a wormhole type of thing, kind of like Stargate. And they go through these different trials and stuff of, that people come through and they settle this new planet and everything, and then what do? They end up with their own politics, they end up with their own strife, they end up with their own problems, a lot of different problems. And I was just, when I first heard of this project and watched the video, I thought to myself, when we get to the space age, that may be something that we would be doing in this game, which would be to populate a new planet and to kind of start over again. And, how cool would that be? But you would have some technology already. So, anyway, this game is something that, if they pull it off, will be the next type of massive multiplayer game. I think that no one has pulled this off well. There's been several people talking about it, including like Greedmonger has talked about it, and so this is something like that. I think though that this is on a much, much bigger scale, and they've not released any details about this game really, except for some media, and that's how I saw it. Someone else sent me a link to this, and I took a look and I signed up because this looks to me to be my type of game. And, what if we could play this for 10 years and it takes 10 years to get to the space age and everything? Think of that. Think of the character development and the accomplishment of that. I mean, obviously our characters are probably not going to age and die, but, but you're a participant in all of that. And there will probably be some ages or periods of time that are better than others. And, I can't imagine all the art assets and everything in this game once we, get past like Victorian age. Because Victorian, there was a lot of stuff that was created in that time. And, after Victorian, I believe, was Industrial Age. And where we started having mass manufacture and stuff like that. It just really sparks my creativity and makes me sit back and go, wouldn't this be fun? So I have no clue whether or not this game will make it to market, no clue whether or not it will be successful at all, no clue whether or not the technology exists for them to do what they're going to do, and no clue who's running it, what is the technology that they're going to do, what kind of budget are they going to have. But I can say that just for myself personally, if this game were to go up on Kickstarter, from what I know right now, that I would probably put $100 in. And, this game right here, I know that with like Kickstarter, they have to have some working model of it to show that they actually have a product, that it's not vaporware, that they have an engine running, and that they have things that you can do in the game that it actually works. It can be really, really basic, but they have to show the technology there. And so I assume that we're going to see some of that whenever this goes into a Kickstarter campaign, and I assume that if you sign up on the email, you're going to be alerted when that happens. So anyway, this has really piqued my interest. I think that the big question, is a really great question, and I want in. So check it out. Link in the description, and I hope to see you there one day. I don't know how long that'll be. It might be a couple years away from now. I'm not sure, but we shall see. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.
You like that, don't you? makeup. Yeah, it's not really dyed, the eyebrows aren't. Yeah, like these. I was listening to dubstep before a lot of you were wearing diapers, alright? You like that, don't you?